It's time for Higurashi.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Higurashi. We're up to episode 3
apparently.
of Kai.
Ugh.
This should be pure chaos.
I hope so. What happened last time? We had zombie tag. We had a bunch of chilling out.
Yeah, and then they also met up while everyone was in the punishment outfits
That's right.
on the road.
Very silly. And
And
Irie spun through the air.
inexplicably dropped from the sky.
Can I tell you that when I think of Irie, that's the scene
yeah, I can
when
understand
he spins
that.
through the air because it is the most iconic fucking thing.
I honestly want to say I've seen that as like a GIF years before ever even knowing what
it's very
this
much
franchise was.
It's very much his vibe to just like perform a feat of incredible acrobatic skill while wearing his full-on like clinic outfit and just launching into the next thing. It's great. Also, I want to say, because I was puzzled at the end of the last episode, why are we thinking Type Moon? It's because of Chie.
Yeah, it's because of Chie. But the other thing that was really fun, now I cut that from the short episode. And the reason I cut it from the short episode is because we also asked it in the second last episode of the first season of the anime.
I am silly.
But it's been so long we'd both forgotten.
I'm sorry. I always remember, like, I even made a reference last episode to, like, Chie's gonna pull out her T-squares, but I literally was like, Type Moon, though? What does that have to do with this show? The question will never be answered.
It never will.
When it is. So, you know. I mean, there's Rika. She's waving at us. What could it mean, Felix? If I told you that her waving at the camera was one of the most significant details of this show, would you believe me?
Probably, but I also wouldn't take it terribly seriously.
Okay, well, you better, because it is. Let's go. Rika's waking up. She's all sad and stuff. Sadeko's got a cute little apron on.
What are we cooking today?
I don't know. I think we saw the pot, but I wasn't paying attention. Gross. Chores. I don't know what to say about this scene. It's just like cute girls yawning.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's the 11th. It could be a bad day.
It's like that Boomer comic where it's got 1984.
Oh no! I'm sure everything will be just fine.
I don't even know what that comic's from, but I love how much of a meme it's become.
I have no idea either. Let us know in the comments about this comic. Oh, thanks, Shion. She's here for exposition. No, it's just the builder guys, who in some translations are off-duty cops. So make of that what you will. Nice one, Keiichi. Yay!
There he is.
It's your boy.
What's going on?
He just like walk away. Your kind ain't welcome here.
All right, this is his first appearance this arc.
It is. We're establishing the tone. It's the evil stare.
Oh,
we're still in a war.
Sound effects.
Oh, it's the Cold War all over again.
Also, my apologies to our neighbors because the window's still open to keep some air flowing here.
You should have shut the window.
I should have.
Prioritizing your own comfort over the comfort of our neighbors.
That's all right.
We're not very good Samaritans.
I'm looking forward to having to cut excessive aircraft noise out of the video manually.
It's a good thing we're not from Samaria. Oh.
Got the attitude with which he said that.
Yeah. Get out of here, nerd. We don't need you in our club, not this arc. I forgot how quickly in the anime where like we go from club antics like straight to the festival. There's not a lot of build up.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of refreshing, honestly.
Well, it's also nice that they've kind of had the chance to like plot this out intentionally rather than just excising stuff.
Yeah.
Like they had the choice to go from the zombie tag arc to this rather than being like, oh, we should remove all of this context.
Because there is no like context. We're just adding context. That's what this entire arc is. Just like adding more stuff that they had to remove previously. It's great.
The 4 Watanagashi evil?
Yep.
That's a sketchy translation.
There are some. Maybe we should change the translation. This is terrible, terrible stuff.
I mean, this is what happens. There's only third-party subs for this show.
It's true.
At least these ones are color-coded.
Yeah. Where are my pink subtitles for Renna? That's what we need. Oh, what a dick. He's ignoring her.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Social commentary.
This is
yeah,
bizarrely on the nose. Like,
it is incredibly on the nose. It doesn't seem natural at all.
Yeah.
Although I will say I like that shot where Rika's hair was all like light blue and the yellow was kind of contrasting against it. Shout out to artistic direction. Shout out to Go. Oh, there she is doing nothing. She dropped everything. The crows will get it. There they are. The crow's feet. You snatch it up and take them away.
Which was this in originally? This was in Arc 7?
I cannot remember. I thought it might even have been in the fucking fragment section, but I could not tell you for certain. There's too much Higurashi in my brain. I'm gonna vote the fragment section, but I could be wrong.
It's really interesting how, like, at least musically, the way they frame that, because in the VN, I seem to remember they use, the like sad, isn't this a miserable thing?
It's much more ethereal.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
It connects much more with the idea of it all being a curse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's that boy.
I like that Mion's still just playing in, like, her normal clothes.
Yeah, look, she doesn't need a uniform.
Too much to animate.
It's true.
Not enough main character syndrome.
Look, we need to, if we're getting new outfits, they have to be maid outfits or punishment game outfits or both. They cannot be baseball uniforms. Does not exist. Ya boy. Watch out for his sweet tooth.
Uh-oh.
He'll get you. She's so bad at this. Okay, well. What a terrible bit. Okay. Here we go. It's the bit.
It's the bit.
Here comes the golf club.
Uh-oh.
It's a battle. What a bunch of like strange camera angles for this. Just very like detached.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. Nobody can defeat Kameda-kun. Your boy. That's right. Like maybe we can bring him on as a star hitter. Maybe
I
we
love
can make
the
him
idea
famous.
as well that there's like multiple journalists at this tiny town school ball game.
They're here to report. They're looking for a story. Okay. Everybody wants a story about the little guy. And this is the littlest guy.
Also, 2 of those guys the same person in a different colored shirt.
Probably. They're probably brothers, twins. It's pretty great. Yeah, boy!
Got him.
Oh, no. Poor Keiichi. Oh. the slow walk.
I like how different the tone of this is as well, when, like, this isn't the Keiichi going insane arc, and we're not stuck in his head rampaging about it for so long.
It's a lot, like, lower energy, I guess, which is very different. I don't know, because, like, the way I think about Keiichi is that he tends to change the tone of any scene he's, like, thrust into, but this one seems to be pretty chill so far. This is, like, pretty much the same as it was. This Keiichi just getting wrecked, unfortunately.
Oh no, not a trick.
Oh boy. Yep, here it comes. Now, was this in the anime at all, this entire circumstance, do you recall?
I think they had a baseball scene, but I don't think
But I don't think they went into this detail. No. I don't think they had any of this stuff. Yeah.
They definitely didn't have this scene.
No, I didn't think so. Oh, good Lord. There they are. All the sweets you can eat.
Oh, no.
What was that?
Too much text to read all at once.
I couldn't. Oh, no. Well, here we go. This is full Keiichi. He's gone full magician of words. Lost his rocker.
He's not even speaking. He's just making chewing sounds.
Look, he's miming Kamida's attempts to chomp on sweet, unfouled desserts.
This is like such a different pace.
This, honestly, this reminds me of some of the speeches in an anime called Kill la Kill by Studio Trigger. There's a character in that show called Mako who she has the same thing where her mouth runs at a mile a minute and she just jumps from tangent to tangent. And they use that spotlight technique a lot to just show the intense drama. Very weird show. Highly recommend it. The trump card. Yoshi.
I also love... Do we ever have it, confirmed on screen how Keiichi gets this information?
No, I don't think so.
He just spots him, and I love that.
He's just intuits it. He's really good at, figuring people out when his head's on straight.
I mean, his head isn't even on straight in this arc when it first happens.
For sure.
Oh, poor Rika.
She's just so depressed about stuff.
What does she possibly have to be depressed about?
Who knows? She's a lovely young girl with nothing but a full, long life ahead of her. And her best friend of the world is right beside her.
Alive and well.
Alive and not a ghost.
Also, shout out to the anonymous 2SER team member who phoned us during the middle of this episode.
Shout out to them. 2SER just wants us all the time.
They do.
We're really just hot garbage to them.
We need these people removed from the building.
Immediately. They're cramping up our style.
Let's at least enjoy it while I can.
Enjoy the moment. Enjoy that shit. Is that the episode? Is it the halfway point?
That's the halfway point.
Oh my God, it's flying by.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah, it's good fun.
Time flies when your friends are dying.
Sure. Well, they're not dying yet. They're dying of embarrassment, maybe.
Yes.
I do wonder how many episodes this is. It might even just be 2.
I want to say this arc's 3.
Yeah, we'll find out.
What is... Oh, the blood. I didn't even see that at first.
Yeah, a little drop. It's kind of like that wine she was drinking earlier.
Cool, wow. Are you suggesting that Rika is going to become a vampire this episode?
I hope so. And she can only drink demon blood, and that's her bit.
Wow. That's what she finally becomes. The lore of Hinamizawa explained.
Wine drinking, demon blood having
vampire
1,000-year-old lolly done. She's not okay.
I mean, listen, if you're not paying attention when you're using knives, you shouldn't be using knives.
It's true. You should put those knives down and go take a seat. Getting all dramatic again.
Oh my goodness.
It's the worst character.
The debut, finally.
Well, technically, you can see her in Sumi Horoboshi in a couple frames, but apart from that...
Well, and the end credits of the first 2 episodes.
I wasn't going to mention those, but yeah, that is a weird decision to just show her in those little puppet scenes. But such is life.
I mean, I guess she is in the OP, so that has long since passed.
You know. You got to get people hyped for the show.
Exactly.
You got to get the true fans in. Just wait patiently. Don't even try and do stuff. It's just going to make you sad. Just like curl up in your little comfy blanket and don't worry about it.
Nobody.
Mm.
Oh, she's just telling her.
It's fine. It's probably all lies and stuff. Don't worry about it.
There it was. That was the punch in after all this time.
We've missed you. Honestly, the best part of this entire arc.
Good morning, Sadako. I hope you enjoyed your bad dream.
That totally wasn't real and stuff. Mm.
I have never died before in my life.
That is not an experience that I have had.
That angle is so bizarre.
Look, she's being surreptitious and stuff. It's how it is. Is it kick the can? Oh, no, it's trap time. Oh, it is. Okay, it's both. I know about this game from Little Busters, I think. Yeah, Little Busters. It's a big event. You play kick the can. It's good fun.
Uh-oh.
Real traps. Oh, there she is. Oh, there she is.
Oh, wow. That is a lot less subtle than I thought it was.
Yeah, sorry. That's the screen I was thinking of, actually. So not Hiroboshi, but yeah, there she is. I'm glad I made this butter. I wasn't even looking at the screen in that moment. I was like looking over to the side.
Big old mushroom cloud as he falls into the pit.
Very dramatic, as things should be for the club. The club is nothing but drama. Oh, poor Rika. Oh no, everyone knows something's wrong because you just fucked it. Oh. Poor sweetie.
Uh-oh. Sadako's figuring something out.
Everyone's figuring something out, maybe. What do you think's going to happen, Felix? What's going to happen in this arc? What's the twist? Everyone's figuring it out.
I don't know.
You're supposed to be the one that solves mysteries.
Oh, I'm not solving a mystery here, Ben. I'm guessing at the whims of Dean.
The whims of Dean. The winds of Dean. It's like the tides of March.
That's right.
It's the winds of Dean.
The whims of Dean. The tilts of Shaft.
It's true.
These are all tilts
of Shaft.
Fantasy clans.
It's true.
In the ancient anime lands.
Dude, that's the thing. If you go to those anime shows, they just like gear up for war. They're like ready to kill each other.
Exactly.
That's exactly how it works. It's why nobody fucks with Studio Trigger. They got nothing but guns. Big guns the size of like continents. So
in a contest between all of the big anime studios, whose name gives them the most deadly weapon?
I would. Oh my god. I mean, Studio Trigger's pretty good. Ufotable, if you think that it says like UFO table.
Oh, that's
a table
true.
of UFOs. Like, who knows what UFOs can do?
Well, but unidentified flying objects could also just be, paper planes that haven't been scanned.
Ufotable has an army of incredibly well-rendered paper planes.
But they haven't been identified.
That's their thing.
There's no labels.
Yes, there's no labels on them. You just know that they look gorgeous. All of them are like covered in glitter. You can't identify them. Oh my god. What does Dean even get?
It's just Dean. He's just a brawler.
It's the man Dean.
It's Dean and his whims.
You're absolutely correct. It is the brute man ready to brute force his way through any problem. Oh god. Anyway, what's happening? Bad things are happening. We're having a dramatic scene. Lots of drama this episode. I'm enjoying this. Dramatically posing against the moonlight. Fucking Rika. She's such a diva.
I know.
It's already too late.
What could possibly be too late about this?
I do enjoy Tashawa. It's a good song. It's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very sad. All about like loss of friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Or a loved one, depending on your interpretation and who you think is singing. Anyway. Yeah, it's good stuff. So how'd you enjoy that?
I was fun. I enjoyed how much we got through there without it actually feeling terribly rushed. Like that was a lot for one episode.
It was paced pretty well, actually. I enjoyed just like going through it.
Although I did want to ask, actually, I've had the thought, secondary to the show, what are like the union or equivalent rules in Japan for like putting things in the credits?
What do you mean?
Well,
putting things in the credits.
So, like, for example, there are certain standards for, like, how many, like, what level of contribution, which is to say any contribution to a film that gets you in the credits.
Sure.
Over in the US, particularly with, like, the Screen Actors Guild and whatnot.
Sure.
And the various guilds over there. But, like, here, for example, there are characters, I think, who are listed in the voice credits who didn't even have a speaking role in this episode.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, do they have to be there for the whole season, or is that just Dean, like, only making one credit scene for the whole season?
I assume it's them just making one credit scene because most shows only have one or two, depending on the length of the show and how much budget they have. And I don't think there's like a second OP and ED for this show. So yeah, I assume it's just the same for the whole season and they want to get everyone in there. Uh-oh, it's the curse time.
Not just any curse, the indiscriminate curse.
That's the worst kind of curse. My least favorite. Wow,
it's a tourism ad for Hinamizawa all along.
Yeah, we can go to the Sonozaki family's deluxe torture suite. Isn't that fun? Man, that sounds like fun. It's the sort of thing I should steal for some
literally blood. A bleeding service.
Nice. That's nice.
There you go, part 3.
Yay! Part 3. Thanks on you.
Alrighty.
The pre-established harmony in the disaster awakening chapter.
Uh-oh.
And then we can get on to the real shit.
Let's continue.
Bird up.
Pre-established harmony.
I'm sure that nothing would possibly break that.
That's true. Nothing ever would.
Harmony is something that exists forever and will never change. Especially if you don't do anything to preserve it. That definitely won't have any consequences.
That's right.
Da, da, da.
Although it is interesting, like,
yeah,
there are so many different experiments that one can do with, like, tempo and the way things sync up and harmonize in terms of like, if you put a bunch of swinging metronomes on a moving plank, they'll inevitably synchronize, even if they're on different but similar settings, just because the tilting of the platform will override the kind of weight calibration of the metronome, or like how, if you set like any number of metronomes to different speeds, after a long enough time, they'll probably all hit at exactly the same moment. At least once. And there's like
it's a 1 in 1,000 chance. One might say.
It depends on how many you have, obviously, but like there's some fun like art installation pieces that have like done that sort of thing and just left a bunch of metronomes running, all set to different times.
Yeah, totally.
And you're just there listening to the like cacophony until eventually like groups of them start to get in sync.
It's the harmony of chaos, one might call it.
Exactly.
It's very cool. She's waving at us again. She's like, "How you doing over there?"
Higurashi.
And we're like, "We're here. We're hanging out, having a good time." We're at the shrine.
It's weird what like text is in the show versus in the subs here.
Yeah,
because like I can't actually tell some of the time, but sometimes the like English text seems way too HD to be in the file we're watching.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Like, I appreciate the amount of effort that's been going to like sink it into the show.
Yeah.
Also, get right, Keiichi. You can't just shove cotton candy in a man's mouth and expect him to not die.
Why not?
Dude,
the strength it just took him to do that maneuver.
I know, right? Where's Rika, though? I know, Renner. Oh, there's Shion.
Dear
Fuck
anime.
off. Please stop introducing characters by their breasts. It is not flattering. So there's only like 10 stalls. It's so funny. It is not the impression that I get from like the images that Rikishi uses in his visual novel versions.
Yes.
And I get that that's just like one shot, but I just think it's funny watching it from a top down, be like, there's only 10 stalls here, and they're like kind of small and terrible.
Well, it's an enormous festival for a small village.
It's true. It's true. Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Change.
Oh, yeah, sure, Sama's gonna get shreked.
They don't normally get cut. Oh, damn. Just like, the Tesla's changed. Oh, I'm having a spiritual moment.
Is she starting to realize that maybe things are different now that she trusts her friends, except she doesn't trust them?
She's not quite there yet, but she's thinking about it.
We need to go play some board games first.
It's true.
Taco
some
yakai.
Some food, yeah. Looks delicious.
Wait, what?
Looks delicious.
Oh, it looks delicious.
Yeah, I was talking about the food, obviously, not any characters on the screen.
I thought you said it means delicious, and I was about to say
it also means delicious. That is a fact. Renna, save him! Thanks, Renna. What if he did, though?
Yes, that feeling of way too hot food sliding down your throat as you slowly groan in regret.
What? Oh, I see. I thought you were being disingenuous or sarcastic, but
no,
I think
I wasn't.
You were genuinely empathizing. She has such a small mouth. You were genuinely empathizing with Keiichi there, which I am very happy with. I don't think you've ever done that.
I mean, listen, maybe I've been eating far too hot food recently and regretting it.
What have you been eating?
I don't know.
What have you eaten as part of a club activity that I was not invited to?
I've never been a part of a club.
That's untrue.
I've only run them.
That's still being part of.
Not if you're a ruthless dictator.
No. Well, I mean, that's also Mion, so look at that face. You think that's not a ruthless dictator face?
That's true.
So basically, you're in Mion's boots. That's what I'm trying to say.
What punishment game do we have today?
I don't know. Something awful. Is he going to wear 2 outfits? It's Rika. There she is.
I can't believe that.
Renna, please. Oh, I love her. Okay. What is happening? Wait, what have you been eating?
I don't. What? This tangent's gone in too many different directions.
Look, I'm sorry you can't keep up with it. This is why we can't do the show normally anymore.
Listen, I was making up a story to pretend I was.
You were making up a story?
Yes.
No, No, you can't lie to empathize with someone. That doesn't help.
I mean, it has happened in the past, just not recently. That's what I was lying about, okay?
Okay, good. What did you eat in a long time ago in Bethlehem?
I once had some like, I forget what was in the dumplings, but some nice dumplings at the little place near the university we used to go to.
Yeah, I remember.
I had to be somewhere and I ate them too fast and my throat was scorched.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, I was
devastated. I've never been able to eat since.
Still going.
I'm now making stuff up again.
Okay, good.
Take the
I'll tell you something real. I was in an Indian place once and I got like, I don't know what it was, some kind of just like hot, saucy meal. I don't know what it was, but it was an incredibly hot meal. And one of the bits was that it came with like chili peppers as dressing. Mm-hmm. And I literally got a big spoon in there, picked up the like meat and the sauce, and like stuck it in my mouth, and then realized as I was swallowing that the pepper was in my mouth.
Yeah.
And so it just like dissolved in my stomach and it gave me a stomach ache and it was awful.
Uh-oh.
Rika, where are you going? Get this muscle man out of here.
Uh-oh.
I do enjoy getting to see Rika go like fully unhinged in this arc. It's not really something you get to see in the other ones.
Uh-huh.
Like in the proper arcs, the real arcs that actually happened. Whereas this fake arc. They will be killed tonight. They're always going to get killed tonight. That's just like what happens. It's what they do. Nope. There he goes. Off to his death. That poor boy.
I really look forward to seeing his death in this arc.
You think we'll get to see it?
I hope so.
Okay. Because we still can't, like, solve everything. We can't solve everything until arc 7. Until Higurashi.
It's true.
But. Oh, there he goes. Well, I guess that's all we get.
Yep.
All right.
No, I really like the way they kind of tossed that scene in there.
Yeah.
That was like
very effective.
Because we'd heard mention in Arc 7 of like all the times that Rika had kind of gone and
tried to stop them, right?
Yeah.
And like tried other stuff.
But
yeah.
Never actually seen the action, I guess.
Well, that's like to me certainly when I like had recently like experienced the story, one of my favorite things was just thinking about all the times that we like didn't see, over the 8 arcs, all the different permutations and all the incredible possible things that Rika could have done. Mm-hmm. It's like in, the Groundhog Day movie where we watch Robert Williams just like throw himself into a fire and like off a cliff and drop a toast in the bathtub, like all that stuff.
That's not Robin Williams.
Isn't it?
No,
who is it?
I think it's Bill Murray.
Oh my God, you're right. Bill Murray. Sorry, my bad. Same person, basically. Let's be real. But we see Bill Murray just like go through all this crazy stuff. And those are all the like little arcs that Rika's gone through over this time, right?
Yeah. It's interesting how, because I mean, we've mentioned plenty of times on the show how like Uishi sets the tone for
our protagonist. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, we're kind of more disconnected from Rika's perspective in this arc than we have been in previous ones.
For sure.
So like we see a more neutral Uishi, but I feel like the tone for this arc is still bad because of how Rika is implied to be perceiving him.
Yeah, well it's interesting. I mean, it's literally happening now. I was just shy of cutting in on this, but like Rika already knows everything.
Yeah.
Like Uishi's like, let me use the information that I have to like coax you into talking with me. Rika's like, nah, bish, I already know all that. Like I don't need you to tell me things. And now she's getting out the only way she knows how, which is really gross. It's kind of admirable that she can like outplay Oishi. I am playing your games, fool. Oh no, she's capable of sin.
That's crazy.
Somebody will have to take that sin on.
Isn't she an innocent young girl?
She's innocent and bleeding wine. You can't even tell.
Oh my goodness, his car is moving. Animation.
Animation. We have it sometimes. That's Dean's motto. We have animation sometimes. I feel like you wouldn't even wash up like on the night you knew you were going to be killed or like suspected. Like, why am I going to wash up if I'm going to be killed?
Well, I mean, I suppose that's true, but at the same time, like, you know, when you've done it enough and you're convinced nothing's changing.
I know. You just go through the motions. Like, I get it, but I just think it's kind of funny. She's like, I'm probably going to die tonight, but like, let me put everything in order. Let me lay the futon out and like clean up the dishes and cook the meals.
I'm sure this can only go well.
Yeah. Precious friends. Nobody closer. Boo, boo, boo. Da, da, da. Very sad.
I actually really like the angle of this arc.
How so?
Just like the fact that it's the way that it's portraying Rika, almost as like the villain, the arc's villain in a way.
Her mental state. Yeah. Like, I just can't talk to anyone. I just gotta, not do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, this is in the anime's context supposed to be just portraying how she feels in every arc, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is how she's always been, but now we're only now getting a glimpse into that mindset.
Now, instead of being like creeped out, we're seeing the like consequences of her mistrust, right?
Yeah, totally. It's cool. Oh, there's a man there. He's just a gardener. Don't worry about it. One of them Okanogi gardener types.
I'm really looking forward to the scene that we described back in Arc 6. Do you remember it?
Which scene?
Of the Okanogi gardener. It's just a dude on a lawnmower just going across, staring in the window, just slowly getting closer and closer.
If that happens, I'm there. I'm done.
That's what I want from this anime. I just want that one long minute shot.
I hope it's actually Okanogi. Like, that's all I want.
Yeah, right.
Okanogi on the lawnmower, just staring.
His head just like rotates bizarrely fixed straight no matter how the lawnmower moves.
That's exactly it. Oh my god. He goes all the way around the building.
Yeah.
Just staring. Goes to the garden. You gotta talk to her about it because you can trust her. The script's been flipped, Sadako. What do you do?
The way that shot was set out made it look like her eyes, like doing the anime.
Yeah, the like, I have a glimmer of hope.
Was what made the cicada sound.
Look, that's it. Her eyes make cicada sounds. That's the real truth. Sadako is part cicada. That's where all the crying's be coming from. Oh, it makes so much sense.
Finally, we've solved the show.
So look at that mouth. It's terrifying.
She's
an alien.
That's body horror.
No, this is definitely one of the more wholesome scenes. Quite like it. Just like hanging out, no external drama to worry about. Just two gal pals having a good time. For the end,
they do a much better job of like setting the scale of the town here.
Yeah, for sure. Did you watch him like fucking slide? That dude, JPEG
he
just
straight up just moonwalked out of that shot.
That was one frame of animation just sliding across the screen. That's amazing.
I believe one frame of animation is called a picture bin.
That's dumb. That's dumb. No. I already said JPEG. You know, it doesn't matter. Sadako's sad. That's what matters. Worry about her.
It's interesting, like, the way that Rika's kind of responding to to Sadako spotting what is presumably the mountain dogs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the hypocrisy of like, neither of them are really like Rika isn't communicating properly.
Oh god, is that wine on the tatami mat? No, those are tiles. Thank goodness.
Wouldn't that be great,
dude? Do you know how difficult that would be to clean up?
You'd have to get a new mat. Let's be real. I don't think you're getting that out. Oh no, she spilled her grape juice. Oh. Now to go to sleep and never wake up.
Like, you think after this many repetitions, Rika would probably be used to just being like, oh yeah, that's the gardeners. They come around all the time.
I mean, maybe she is internally, but she definitely doesn't want to, like...
Just kind of over it, I guess.
Explain it or whatever, yeah. Well, she wants to preserve the like, happiness as long as she can, even though Sadako is clearly seen through everything, right? It's kind of the Rika perspective of this arc.
Yeah. I mean, we already had her kind of, like, remembering previous arcs at the start of this one, so it's like... Sure.
Yeah. We're setting up the idea that she it's not that she's, like, doing nothing to progress her future. She's, like, actively trying to ignore her impending death.
Yeah.
And that's,
it's kind of a fun framing device for what will happen next arc. Then,
for sure.
Because suddenly we understand Rika's like, oh, this has gone wrong before. I need to capitalize on it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do like this arc. It's one of the few like anime only stories that I've watched that I'm like, yeah, this like makes sense and I have no problem with it. And the decisions that they make are interesting.
Yeah. Like, it definitely would have been out of place in the VN just because of, like...
Because there's so much more stuff.
Well, yeah, because, like, a lot of the, like, club games and stuff, I think, would have felt overbearing in the VN when we already had so many earlier on. Like, actually, if we actually did take them from earlier on in the VN...
Put them further
in, then that might make this fit in the VN, but at the same time...
I mean, that's what we've got here, right?
But yeah, then we'd lose moments like your parents are waiting at the gate, which is the obvious one so far for this arc.
Yeah. I like the VN the way it is. I think they're trying to shoehorn all this
I completely agree. It's just like
an
interesting hypothetical.
Yeah, I mean, this arc is effectively from a production standpoint, it's a Band-Aid on the Rush arc, like the Rush first season. But it's good that it doesn't feel like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
It feels like a sweet, soft pillow to lay my head on.
What a weird light design.
It's great.
I'm actually quite confused as to what the layout of that is.
It's just 2 rings of light.
That's but there's like 3 nodes in the middle that I would have thought would be light bulbs, but then what's the outside for?
I thought the outside was the lights, but who knows? Let us know in the comments if you're a light bulb manufacturer.
If you
create light, if you are God and said, let there be light, comment. Let us know.
If you were there on the 7th day.
Yep. Isn't the 7th day when God rested?
I don't fucking know. We've been over this.
The first day is let there be light. God damn, read your Bible.
I haven't read a Bible.
The very first thing
I haven't read a Bible.
Because there was darkness. There was nothing but darkness, and the Lord said, let there be light. And that was the first day.
Listen, dude, I haven't read a Bible since we did Umineko.
You suck. You suck at this. You know that Higurashi is just all up in that Christian mythology nonsense. Like, he has it in all his works. So, it's a pretty big part of Kikonia.
I'm not even convinced that Higurashi is Japanese. He's probably Italian.
I hope so. I hope that he is. I don't know where you're going with that, but look, I agree. He grew up in the Sistine Chapel itself. Can't change the outcome.
Leaving the Notre Dame Cathedral was what made it burn down.
That's exactly it. It was his home forever, and then he lit a match and left it behind. Oh my God! There's a kid there.
Did she just spoil the next arc of the new anime?
Totally. Yeah, I mean, some details from future arcs are actually being added into this one to so they don't have to spend so much time on it later, Oh no.
Uh-oh.
We're getting clues and stuff. It's great. Like, I mean, you know, when we read the VN and Rika has this whole thing of like, is it Iri or Takano? Which one could it be? I'm not even sure that's in the anime. I'm pretty sure that that's just cut in lieu of having this scene.
Also, oh my god, they gave Kuma-chan a primary speaking role in an episode.
I know. He's here to let Sadako know that it's okay, which is fantastic. That's
what a great haircut he has.
He should really be doing.
I wish we had more of him in the VN.
He's so stylish. Well, I wish we had more of him on his own. Oh, no.
I'm sorry. Did you just see Kuma-chan fucking drifting right then?
Yeah, dude. He's ready to rock and roll.
Drifting?
And he's about to get shot.
What the fuck is going on?
Kuma-chan, no.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, no. Oh, and the sad music plays. This is why I thought that there were only 2 episodes. I thought this happened last episode. I knew it escalated very quickly, but...
Yeah, that was incredibly abrupt.
It went from like, maybe there's something going on with Area to get shot. Policeman never came. Traps are getting set off. This is a problem. Oh my god. I remember how this arc ends, but... Damn, dude. It's not good. It's not good. Mountain Dog's coming at you. What?
Uh-oh.
That's 4 parts? It's madness.
Or maybe that's just where it ends.
Oh, wouldn't that be crazy?
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Wouldn't that? It definitely doesn't end there. I can tell you that for a fact. But that's so strange. That did not feel like 20 minutes to me, wherever long it is. That's cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, that was... It was definitely like a lot more abruptly paced than the previous episode,
sure.
But
that escalated so quickly at the end there.
I do like just how different in approach.
Yep.
Like, did Ryukishi like write this arc, or he just asked them to like put these?
I don't know if he wrote it. I know that he like asked the studio. That's like how it came about. But I don't know if he wrote it or if he just kind of trusted them to handle it.
It feels so different, but in a way that I actually really like.
I don't know for sure. I would hazard a guess that he didn't write it directly. He was probably on other projects at the time.
Yeah.
But you can definitely feel that they like that the writers care about this arc, you know? It's like it's a real thing that matters, which is great. But you're right, like it feels a little bit different to the others. And the Kai anime in general feels different to the first season. So
because like I think especially when we look, because like arc 6 is probably the main one in the story I can think of where we explicitly jump between 2 primary perspectives.
Yeah.
But what we have here is very much a it's almost like a more third person perspective we have here.
Yeah.
Following Sadako and Rika like over their shoulder rather than in their head.
No, for sure.
Like obviously
it's a more detached perspective, right?
Yeah, like obviously the anime does have to be third person just because that's how cameras work. But they still kind of did have a bit more of the internal dialogue and portrayal of things from people's perspectives in this is I don't know why they put this all in the preview. I
was gonna wait for you to stop talking, but yeah, what the fuck, Dean? You just spoiled the entire Hinamizawa disaster in those sequences.
I know.
You're like, here's Sadako recovering with the gas mask on, and here's the military going in. Like everything was in there. What the fuck, Dean?
It's pretty ridiculous.
Anyway, continue talking.
But like, you know, like the change in perspective here is very tangible is the point, even though like functionally from a filmmaking perspective, I think that it's delivered in a similar way. It still has a very different tone that I really like, and I think it's working well for where this fits into the overall narrative.
Well, what I kind of like is that we're moving. Like we started off with Rika's perspective at the start of this arc, and with a little bit of Sadako, but by this point, it's almost entirely Sadako's perspective. Like I'm not sure how to explain it, but like the way that the show is shot and the scenes that we get kind of shifted from one perspective to the other, rather than being like a completely, you know, symmetrically shared sort of perspective scene.
Alrighty.
Which is cool. And so now we get to see Sadako's fun, happy times where nothing wrong happens.
Hooray!
She has a happy ending.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll see you next week.
Yeah,
here with the anime.
Next time. Have a good one.